Hello, social media world. I'm Jonathan Pierce.
And I'm Sonya Pierce. We are vision partners with Aquila and Priscilla Marriage Ministry.
Absolutely. We are live here at M Talk Studios, and we're celebrating 31 years with Danny and Amelia.
31 years. Yay. Woo-woo.
We'd like to introduce to you someone special.
Very special.
Very, very special. And it must be jam because, no, is it butter? Is it butter on a roll? No. It's Butta MD.
Butta
How y'all
MD.
doing? Thank y'all for having me.
Yes.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Butta is a songwriter.
Yes.
She's a poet.
Absolutely.
She's a rapper.
She's all of that.
She's a mentor.
Yes, she is.
Singer.
Yes.
We passed the triple threat. You act too, don't you?
I do a little acting.
Do a little acting
Yes,
too.
ma'am, I do.
We're past the triple threat. She's the what?
All that in a bag of chips. That's what she is. All that in a bag of butter chips. And
It is so awesome to have you
Thank
in
you
the
for having me.
studio.
Thank you for having me.
How is it that you know Danny and Amelia?
It is so funny. I actually was thinking about the first time I met them. I think we were having like a pastor's conference. And we were in the youth lounge at New Growth in Christ.
Okay.
And I think I was supposed to open up with a poem or something. And this guy was a skinny guy, and he was like, hey, whenever you go on tour, whenever you need an MC, somebody to introduce you, call me. And so I didn't know who he was. And I've been going to New Growth since I was 12. And so, you know, when new people come in, you kind of know them. But I didn't know who this person was. I didn't know. But ever since then, I just got a connection with Pastor Danny Cole. And then I met his lovely, lovely wife. And ever since then, it's been nothing but love. It's been nothing but support. In a lot of my endeavors that I've had, good and bad, it seems like either they're a call away, a text away, or right there in my face. And so I think just with being a genuine person who wants to help without even knowing who I was, without even, I guess, judging, so to speak, if that's the word. And I think it's grown to the point where I call them my family. Yeah. My dad loves them. He always asks about them. And so I'm so honored to be able to celebrate with them, to celebrate with you all, to celebrate with all the couples.
Yes.
This is a big milestone, and I'm glad to be here.
Right. We are so glad to have you.
Yes, thank you.
Yes. Have you ever been to any of the RM meetings?
I've been to one, and I think I've been to two.
Okay.
One, we were celebrating Pastor Danny's birthday at one, and then I think the second one was one of their other anniversaries. And I think it was the third one, but it's been like maybe a few years, but I try to support them in any way I can. I when you told me about that, I was like, hey, when? Send me the day, send me the, whatever it is. And I know, cause we all are busy, stuff happens, but when it comes for me to do something just out of the kindness, out of just love, I don't mind doing it. So I'm glad to be here.
That's good.
Great. Hey.
You know what I like though? The skinny guy. I love that.
But you gotta understand, like, this is down south, so a lot of people big, but it was just skinny. And I was like, who is this guy? Like, and I was like, okay.
He just started talking.
He's like, just started talking, but I felt a connection just from that, even though it was a funny kind of crazy moment.
Right.
But ever since then, it's been nothing but love. And I don't even know if he remembered it, but it was maybe like 2009, 2010.
Wow.
It's been some years.
Did you ever feel a tug to just feed him? No offense, Pastor.
Well, no, I think we did have food at that event, so he
Okay.
did get a few plates. I did see his wife
We don't
fix
want
his
him
plates.
keeping
So
this
yes,
skinny guy.
yes. He
Yes.
has grown. Yes.
All right.
Can you imagine? He just talks to people at random. So
Yes.
can you imagine how Amelia must feel sometimes? She's like, my husband talking to somebody else again. 31 years of marriage she's been doing this.
Yes.
But you gotta love that about both of them.
And honestly, and it takes two. It takes, I think, when it comes to relationships, and as I see them, I just to be real candid, Saturday I had something to do with, I was meeting with a Caucasian man.
Right.
He looked older.
Right.
Started talking. I don't know how we got on the subject of him. It's been his 1 year anniversary with his wife.
Okay.
And so I was like, oh, really? And so I told him about my sister. They just had a 12th year anniversary. And so I was like, but you know what? I'm doing this married couple at my church. And so I started talking to him. It was right after you had messaged me. And I started talking to him and just sharing about their story, and I think knowing about them personally and knowing their story and how they made it helps me to be able to share with other people.
Right.
And so I think that was the main purpose. I think even 2009, 2010, God already knew what Pastor Cole and what Amelia was going to do in my life. And so I just think even in my everyday life, I'm able to talk to people and just to share their story of what they do with us. And
that's amazing.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Well, again, we are glad to have you
I'm
here
glad to be
help
here.
us celebrate 31 years.
Yes.
Of this powerful couple.
Yes.
And many more.
Many more.
Yes.
Now you're gonna come in and do a little something for us.
A little dedication for them. I will.
Awesome.
I will. You know I'll be there. Yes.
Watch out for
Yeah.
Butta MD, y'all. Yay!
Thank you.
Now, before we go, we want to thank our sponsor, New Growth in Christ Christian Center, and our bishop, Sydney P. Malone. We just want to say thank you for the love.